So yesterday I got a delivery from FedEx with my first ever brand deal products. And in this video, I'm going to unbox it and share what's inside with you. Let me go grab them. As you can see, I actually got 4 packages in the mail. And the way that this video is gonna work is I'm basically gonna open up one of the first boxes, and then I'm gonna discuss a little bit about how this food video journey started, which led to this brand deal. After, I'm gonna open the second box, and then that's when I'm going to discuss, I guess you could say, the short form vertical video formula that I've been experimenting with, which ultimately led to getting featured on FoodBeast, and I think that's what's really, started the momentum, which led to this brand deal. And then after that, I'm gonna open the third box, and then I'll discuss a little bit about how to get featured on FoodBeast and some of the things that they look for when vetting your content so that you could possibly be featured. And then finally, when I open this fourth box, I will discuss pretty much how I got this brand deal. So let's just jump into it. I think I'm gonna have to make room for what's inside here. So this actually technically isn't my first brand deal. I have done work with Ninja Kitchen in the past, but the reason why I say this is my first brand deal is because the work that I've done with Ninja Kitchen, they really just contracted me to create content for them. And it was never like a partnership where they wanted me to feature the content under my own brand or under my own platform. So this is technically the first brand deal where I'm going to create content and also share it on my social media platforms. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm really excited to share who it is. So let's open this up. Ooh. And there it is, y'all. My first brand deal. Let's see what's inside. Boom. So sick. Nice. Mayo. So this first box looks like it has a ton of pasta sauces, and we have a bunch of mayo. So now that we got the first box open, we'll jump into, food video content. If you look at my Instagram, you don't really have to scroll too far to see that I was just posting, Hawaii lifestyle content. And it wasn't until about September of 2020 when I said, you know what, I'm just gonna focus on food content. And actually, if you were to scroll back and look at my timeline on Instagram, you'll see that it really wasn't until just 2 or 3 months ago in January of 2021 where I started posting vertical video cooking content. And then that was also around the same time that I joined the new social media app, which is Clubhouse. What's cool about Clubhouse is that's where I started networking and meeting and engaging with a lot of other food content creators. And then pretty much hanging out in these rooms is when I started learning more about, the vertical video content, and I guess you could say its formula, which I'll jump into after I open this next box. All right, second box, let's see what's inside. Oh, it's getting hot. Boom. Dude, so much sauce. Look at that, so sick. Dude, this is like a lifetime supply of frickin' hot sauce. Look at how nice this box is too. It's like gold. I'm doing a terrible job at this unboxing video. We got 2 of their white truff hot sauces. Now that we have this second box open, let me take a look at my notes. And we're gonna talk about the short form vertical video formula that I've been kind of experimenting with. So first things first, not only should you have really good looking video and nice lighting and great audio, but there is something special or important about the way that you edit or structure this video. And as I was watching a lot of these other content creators, I started kind of picking away at their content. And here's a few things that I kind of was looking at, So one of the big things is like, how did they start the video and hook you to like keep you watching? So really understanding that those first really like 1 or 2 seconds of that video need to be really engaging and really capture your attention and make you want to watch the video. The other thing too is to consider is like, how long are these videos that they're making? Or actually, let me rephrase that, how short are these videos, Just because you're getting 30 or 60 seconds to create a video doesn't mean you need to make the video that long. I would say you want to make these videos as short as possible, right? The other thing is, what was it about them that made you keep watching? Was it the way that they cut around? Did they change their angles up? Were they adding text? Was it voiceover? Also, did they use music? One thing that I noticed too a lot about some of this content is, they would create this seamless loop where, you didn't know where the video ended, and it made me end up watching the video, twice. I just want to point out some of the things that I was looking at and noticed, and I do plan on making another video about this in the future where I'm going to dive into, this short form vertical video formula that I've seen success with. But it really wasn't until I started paying attention to these small details in my content, and that's when I started noticing that I was starting to gain traction, which ultimately led to getting featured multiple times on the FoodBeast Instagram, which we'll jump into after this next box. So let me put all this out of the way. All right, let's go. There it is. I think there's more mayo in this one. The first time we tried it, we were literally just like dipping French fries in it and eating it because it was so good. Oh damn, more hot sauce. Dude, I definitely need to do some sort of giveaway or something after this whole thing is over and after I shoot the content for them. Ooh, this is different. Let me open this one up. We'll see what's inside of there. What else we got in this box? Let's see what's in this guy. Oh man, these are perfect. This is the gateway drug to the sauce. I actually bought this little one first because I honestly thought this sauce was just super hype. And I was like, I don't know if I want to spend, $18 to $20 on a bottle of hot sauce. But I kept seeing their freaking ads. And I was just like, you know what? I saw the little one. It was about $6. I was like, I'll just buy it. And then that's when I was hooked. So this is definitely the gateway drug to the sauce. So now that we got that open, we're gonna dive into how I got featured on FoodBeast. You gotta think about it like this. FoodBeast is a platform or an Instagram account that features food content. And so the main thing they're looking for is engagement. They want their audience to engage with the content that they're also posting. So when looking at other people's content to share on FoodBeast, they don't care about your following. All they really care about is if you have good content and if your content has engagement. So let's just say you do only have, like a few followers and you're only getting about 10 likes on average with your content. And then you post that one video or you post that one photo, and now you're getting like 50 or 70 likes on it. There's something special about that content, and it has a lot more engagement. And those are the things that they're looking for. And those are some of the things that you should look at too and say, like, what was it about this piece of content that I shared that created all this engagement? And these are the things that you're going to want to, what are the details in that's something you should continue to create and push out. So these are the things that they're looking at, and these are the things that they're looking for when sharing other people's content. From hanging out in these clubhouses and learning about, this short form video formula is when I started trying to implement and experiment with my own content, and I saw results that basically led to, successful posts. And one of them actually I posted and it went viral on TikTok with over 300,000 views. On average, my content would only get about 2,000 impressions, but now with, the way I was implementing and editing my content, I was getting over, 10,000 impressions. So these are the things that I would present to FoodBeast, and pretty much all you need to do is I just was following them and then I would just tag them in the content, and also use their hashtag, as well as, they said you could even just slide in their DMs and share it with them. And that's pretty much all I did. I just shared the content that I had engagement with or that I saw success with, and they reposted it. And because they reposted it, not only did my Instagram start growing, but I also started kind of getting put on the radar with other content creators in the food realm that were like larger than me. And I was able to kind of network and engage with them, which ultimately led to them connecting me with Truff, which led to this brand deal. One of the foodies that I was following, I guess that we networked and met through Clubhouse and these posts, they I guess had a connect with Truff, and I tried the sauce and I loved it, and I pretty much was just communicating with them, and I just said, I would really love to kind of like get on with this company. And they were just like, yo, what's your address? And I thought she was going to send me some sauce, but she actually reached out to Truff, and what they did is they sent me a care package with one of everything that they sell, and I was able to try it myself. So that's kind of the connection on how this brand deal kind of started to get initiated. Let me open up this last box, and then I'll discuss with you how I got the brand deal. Oh, shit. Sick. I got the Truff hat. Oh man, this is what I'm super stoked on. This right here. Dude, the apron. The Truff apron. So stoked. Oh man, the Truff sweatshirt. Oh, this is perfect because it's actually been kind of cold in Hawaii. Dude, so sick. All right, so that leads us to our final talking point, which is going to be how I got the brand deal. When considering or thinking about brand deals, the first thing you're going to want to do is make a list of, all of the brands that you would love to work with. And I would really start with the ones that you already enjoy, consuming or using. You're definitely going to want to follow them on Instagram or follow them on all their social media platforms, and then also engage with them. And that's exactly what I did. You also want to look at the content that they're already creating. What's the aesthetic? What's the look? How's it sound? How's it feel? What's their brand, and how do they represent or show up on these social media platforms, right? I knew someone in Clubhouse that knew someone that plugged me and sent me, the sauce so that I could try it and create content with it. But if that's not the case, and it's not always going to be the case, I would say just buy the product and then create content using it. I would recommend creating content that's already similar to the kind of content that they're already sharing. But I definitely kept my style, or my vibe or my feel of my content. But I tried to, match the aesthetics with the type of content that we're already putting out. So maybe just like the color or the tone or the vibe, even the music, those sort of things. And I just put my style mixed with their aesthetic and just pretty much started tagging them and sharing that content with them. And then they would reshare my content on their stories, and this pretty much got me in their DMs. So when I would DM them, I was already showing up. It wasn't like I was in that like hidden notification tab. I was directly in their DMs and able to communicate with them. Long story short, I basically just kind of like shoot my shot, and it led to a meeting with one of the founders and their marketing director. And we were able to work out a brand deal. So that's kind of just how it happened. So now that I have all of the products unpackaged, I can pretty much start creating the content. And I can't really dive too much into the contract that we discussed, but I will say that this is a paid partnership, and they'll be paying me to create this content, which I'm super excited to share on my platform, but then they're also going to be sharing it on their platform or on their outlets as well. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them, and maybe in the future, or not maybe, I will in the future make a video discussing how I do create my pricing or structure my pricing, and some of the things that I invoice for, or some of the line items on the invoice and how I charge. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.